we actually see it again.
Yeah, more and more aggressive paladins. As I already said, they're up and coming in the ladder. And we see Shaman Mirror.
Shaman Mirror is one of the funniest matchups since one Lightning Storm can decide everything, and it's really tricky in this matchup. You need to consider, well, if you play your Spirit Wolves early and you get a
Oh.
good board with 4 or 3 totems plus an Azure Drake, there's always a problem. Selnus, Lightning Storm, everything dead, but the same thing your enemy can do. So you always need to look out for overcommitting or how much you really want to commit on the board.
And we see Freck has a great hand. He has a Lightning Storm, Flame Tongue, Azure Drake, of course the coin and Mana Tide. And eE.Eliah has 2 Lightning Bolts and an Earthshock, which could be better.
Yeah, Frank's hand is here slightly in the advantage, and he has a coin. So if you really and a Salnus, so Salnus Lightning Storm, the one combo you need. And eE.Eliah, well, he can only drop down totems, but there is a 2 lightning bolts. So if Freck decides to, well, coin Manatite totem, that's just going to die to a lightning bolt, and eE.Eliah's happy. So we see it actually, there's a Manatite totem, he draws a card from it. It's okay to draw that card, but it's just getting lightning bolted away, and one more totem for Freck, for eE.Eliah. Wow, if you have 2 shamans, you really need to look out for those names to not get confused. But lucky we have that yellow bar down. It helps a lot to see which player is actually playing. And he gets a spell damage totem. So if there's the Unbound Elemental next turn from Freck, it will just eat the second lightning bolt.
And he might be considering going for a shock, but then again, it's risky because you know there are flame tongues in the deck, and Freck already has 1 on his hand.
That's always a problem. You might think there's only a 0-1 totem left. It's not going to do anything. And then in one crucial move, he's just playing the Flame Tongue totem and he starts attacking your totems. And that can already hurt, always hurt. So it's just better to Lightning Bolt it away, even though it hurts you, since you really don't want to use it. And this is tricky. You're just playing your Unbound Elemental. You think it will survive since you saw 1 Lightning Bolt. But then there's just the second lightning bolt here from eE.Eliah, and well, that's annoying. So he could hex here to have a turn 5 move, but if you hex, you don't have your hex for
Azure Drakes, Fire Elementals, or even Alakir in the end.
So many minions you really want to hex. No turn 4 follow-up move from Freck. Just totem up, but that's a good thing in this mirror. It doesn't matter if you have no follow. Whoa, that's kind of overcommitment, dropping the Salnus.
Especially without having any use of him. He's gonna get shocked, and that is painful for Freck.
I would never drop my Salnus in a Shaman versus Shaman mirror like that. You just gave away your option to do those 4 damage lightning bolts, to do those 5 damage. So if there is a Fire Elemental coming next turn, he could have done the 5 damage lightning bolt with what he has roaming around. Now he could do it also if his Azure Drake survives, but we see 2 Fire Elementals, so that's just going to kill it, and I do not agree with that Salnus play. It was...
Not at all.
So he missed his chance to go Salnus. Well, Salnus Lightning Storm would be crazy now, but as we said, he could have done it to kill a Fire Elemental. Well, he can drop a Flame Tongue Totem plus Rockbiter Weapon to kill a 6/5. That's a possibility.
Well, he obviously axed the Fire Elemental, which made sense. There was no real way for him to kill it without overcommitting too hard.
Well, the Fire Elementals are the minions you're going to hex, so that's okay.
Oh.
Still, Freck has some cards left. Double Earthshock, that's quite good. But there's now an Azure Drake coming, so... Well...
Nice.
This is the problem. I wanted to say, well, he has his Lightning Bolt, but Stormforged Axe just gonna kill his spell damage totem, and now he's kind of screwed since he has no more plus spell damage minions in his hand to get the 1 spell damage he needs to do those 4 damage on the Azure Drake. Another Lightning Bolt, and he really needs A spell damage totem. Well,
Wow.
never said anything. So well played here, just by Freck getting those spell damage totems. But sometimes this is shaman versus shaman, and it lives from the spell damage totems.
Well said.
There's
You were about to say RNG?
nah, spell damage totems. It's just all about the spell damage totems. RNG has no part in this.
Yeah.
Next Azure Drake, but next Lightning Bolt just waiting. So this is just a trading of Lightning Bolts. Who's out of Lightning Bolts first?
Again? Would be hilarious.
It
He
would
actually
be.
manages to get another.
I would be so much like 2 times in a row, 1 out of 4,
Three times in a row.
3 times in a row total. There's
Oh,
a Wind
Wind
Fury.
Fury.
So Wind Fury always interesting if he has a.
Whoa! Real.
If I were Elia, I would now fling my laptop.
The
plus,
chance is 1 in 64.
well, if you add it up, but actually it's just every time 1 out of 4. But
Yeah.
you could add it up to make the number.
That's what I did.
To make the statistics sound more awesome. But he just did it 4 times in a row in total here, just getting those 3 times in a row. I wanted to say 4 times. I wanted to make it even more better, even better what he did. There's Leroy, Wind Fury, Rockbiter, Flame Tongue Totem. So if he wants
22 damage.
22 damage,
24 with the weapon, but he has, of course, the taunt totem in his way.
and your enemy is on 30 HP, so there's a possibility, but unlikely to happen. Oh, is he really going to Rockbiter to kill the Flame Tongue? But still, he just... It's okay to do, but I'm surprised since he has Leroy, Wind Fury, Flame Tongue in his hand, and he really wants to do it. So, well, he can still do it. That's 16 damage next turn, and your enemy has an Alok here. So your enemy also has 12 damage, 13. He can also deal 15 damage to bring you down far. And then you first need to deal with Alok here before you do your crazy combos.
Well, he has an Earth Shock.
That's useful. You're getting
Definitely is.
him not only an Earth Shock, so he can Earth Shock plus attack with his Flame Tongue Totem. I guess that's the move you really want to do with your Alok here always. And the question is he going to trade the totems? I would go
Yes,
for it.
Definitely.
That seems to be a better idea. Just prevent getting your Divine Shield broken. So that would be too risky, even if there's a danger of an Earth Shock. But getting your Divine Shield broken easy mode is never what you want to have. Yeah, he should trade. He can always do another Searing Totem. Well,
Yep.
I guess he was thinking about Earth Shocking, but still,
Nah,
you haven't
it's
seen.
not worth.
Yeah, you haven't seen your enemy Alok here. Oh, another Rockbiter. He can deal those 22 damage now. With 2 Rockbiters, he could have dealt 28 if I'm correct. That would be...
Real. Okay, now it's 4 in a row.
now it's just too much.
That's 201 in 256 games.
So he's going to Lightning Storm. That's a safe Lightning Storm, for
Yeah, of
especially.
course.
It's not dealing 3 damage maybe. It's dealing 4 damage maybe. So it will kill the Alak here definitely. The biggest problem is if you use it now and your enemy is actually dropping Spirit Wolves. Then you're kind of screwed.
Well, there won't be any Spirit Wolves.
Well, not in his hand at the moment. But the good thing is, now Elia can get his Taunt Totem back again. It was silenced, now it's dead, and he gets it. The first thing he gets is his Taunt Totem, and that was so crucial. Now, there is Leroy, Wind Fury, Rockbiter, and that's why the combo is not so good. It works perfectly and often.
You can't play it.
Yeah, he cannot play it, since there's one stupid Taunt Totem against you,
Well, and he's out of mana.
and
Well, he only has 8. He would need 9.
And those are the 4 cards in your hand you want to play together, and you just cannot. And that hurts you so much. And it's so stupid, actually. And he loses. Can he get another spell damage totem for whatever? But can he do it?
That would be less than 0.1% chance.
You can Argent Commander away the totem, or just Rockbite away the totem and Argent Commander away the Unbound Elemental. And that would be well, okay, but you give away your crazy Leroy potential. Or he just goes Argent Commander with Wind Fury, just to kill away totem and minion. But that would even
Yeah,
drain.
that would make less sense.
And that would drain more damage from him. We have Urshock, Selnest Urshock in Eliah's hand,
Ouch.
plus Defender of Argus. He can just Lightning Storm here if he wants to, just to get his minion buff. But
I'd keep the Lightning Storm. No reason.
He doesn't need to, since 2 Lightning Bolts are gone, one Rockbiter is gone. He just needs to count with another Rockbiter. That would be crazy. But he has his Defender of Argus, so he can make it 2/2 Selness if he wants to. And he gets a spell damage totem too. So that's +2 spell damage. That's a 4 to 5 damage Lightning Storm. Whatever is coming now from Freck will just get vaporized. Well, it's okay. The Fire Elemental can at least kill the Selness, for example, or the 2/3 in the middle. There are some minions you can get rid of. Plus, with the Rockbiter, another minion. But still, there's whatever you kill. Even if you kill 2, there's still the 3 damage from that Unbound Elemental at the moment.
And we have a Hex.
He has 2 Hex. So he can Hex it and Hex it again if he wants to. Just kill that Fire Elemental totally. But 2 Lightning Storms, so...
Hex, Lightning Storming.
Plus Flame Tongue, the GG. Nothing needed. Perfect top decks here for Elia.
Wow.
He's taking the win for eEriness. So the second time... The first game is won by an eEriness player, but if it goes like the last time, Freck is going to win the next 2 games.
Will we see a Paladin?
Well, Book's now made it 2 times. Both are possible picks here. Let's just jump into the game without any further ado.
And we have Druid.
Druid.
No Paladin, damn it.
I would have been happy to see a Paladin here, but Druid absolutely has the option to get rid of a Shaman. The advantage of the Druid is he has more and bigger minions than the Shaman.
Disadvantage. He cannot board clear. Like, he doesn't have the big board clear. Some run Starfall. We already saw one today, one Starfall, but didn't really work out in the end.
Didn't really work out in the end. And those totems are going to be annoying. Freck needs to have, well, early harvest, followed up by Yeti, followed up by Druid of the Claw, turn 6 minion, turn 7. So he needs to have a constant minion flow to fight against Eliah. But Eliah can always go double Lightning Storm and kill 4 to 5 minions. This is just strong. And we see an Auctioneer in his deck. This is really important for late game. If you go turn 8, turn 9, you just play Auctioneer, Rockbiter, Hex, for example, or just
Rockbiter. Not really what you want to have early.
You can kill a Yeti with double Rockbiter. That would hurt a lot. You really don't want to, but you could. He didn't innervate out his Harvest Golem, and that's good like that. You really don't want to innervate out something if you have no follow-up move. Wow, he gets a second innervate.
Yeah, we can't use it now. You might be able to innervate out in Azure Drake.
And that's an okay move to get it done. Especially if we see those Ferrous Spirits in. Well, this is even better. If he innervates out his Azure Drake, the Pyromancer, you can just play Rockbiter Pyromancer to kill an Azure Drake. That's so important. And that's why a Pyromancer in a Shaman is so good. If you have a turn 3, 4 HP drop, and there's some, even a Keeper of the Grove, something like that, you can kill it with a Rockbiter weapon, and you don't even need a Salness or a Spell Damage Totem.
Yeah, Harvest Golem makes a lot of sense. Really? Breath? I'm surprised. Are you already innovated? Needs to use a second innovate now and go for the Keeper.
Well, he could have Rast, but a Rast kills Spirit Wolf. So the first Spirits, if he uses it, he can kill one. Hero ability, attack with a minion, kill the second one. That's better than using his Rast now. I guess he just... Well, he had the same thought while he Rast, and then he had to use 2 Rast. But it's still okay. We see it with his hand cards. He can Rast now, hero ability, and then turn 5 he has a follow-up move, and that's the important thing. So even if he didn't want to do what he did, and he lost his 2 innervates, he still has the options in his hand to continue the game every turn. What would you do now as Elia?
It's a really rough choice. I think Spirit Wolves, Spirit Wolves make a lot of sense. Yeah,
But
he has to play the Spirit Wolves end turn, and the next turn just play the Flame Tongue if a Spirit Wolf survives. But we know there won't be any surviving Spirit Wolves.
would you maybe go for Coin Rockbiter just to get the Harvest Golem killed once? I mean, if he has a Defensive Argus, he could buff up his 2 minions and just kill your 2 minions easy mode. So this is what he might be considering.
I would have taken the risk of a Defender of Argus because they are not that common in a Druid deck.
But if you take the risk and it happens, you're kind of 100% screwed.
Yep.
So like this, well, he maybe avoided the danger zone. And if he wants to, he just trades in his 2-1. That's important too. So he can trade in his 2-2. But now both minions are down to 2 HP and in Lightning Storm range. That was important, and eE.Eliah might have considered this, that he's not running in his 2-1 minion. So well played in the end. And you can always Lightning Storm now to get rid of what's on the board.
Yep. We see Freck is just gonna play a Zurek, and it's important. He needs to go up in cards again. He's down to 2 hit cards, well, 3 now.
And he gets a Force of Nature plus Yeti plus Ragnaros. That's good. Two turns he has follow-up moves, so he can Yeti here ability. He could just Force of Nature, but he wants to combo it. At least he has a Yeti.
Yeah, he has a Yeti. He's definitely gonna go for Yeti hero ability, but the problem is eE.Eliah doesn't have a lot of options.
We could go for Spell Damage Totem, if he really gets it, and then hope his Lightning Storm hits everything.
You mean Freck style?
Yeah, Freck style.
4 totems in a row?
You can also just go Lightning Storm, Lightning Bolt, Lightning Storm, Rockbiter to clear the board. He doesn't even need to take the risk. But before you do that, I would take the risk once, and then next turn do it. That's just a Healing Totem.
Damn.
It's okay, you just bring everyone down, and if you deal the 3 damage, you could just Earthshock if you want to. But the Earthshock needs to be in your hand if there is the Ancient of War coming.
Yeah, but he was regardless.
Correct here, sir. Yeti plus hero ability or the Druid of the Claw.
Yeti.
To get actually your hero ability off once and armor up even further.
First of all, you can make more use out of your mana. Second of all, the Druid is more versatile. You can play him as a 4-4, of course, with charge or as a taunt. And if he had played him as a taunt, it's kind of risky if there's a Black Knight incoming. Well, it's not that risky because he's overloaded.
Well, still, that one Black Knight is always danger zone. Well, that's a good move, and we might see the Earthshock we were talking about, and Freck goes down to, well, 1 frog. The funny thing is, with the frog here, if he gets Force of Nature and Roar off, the frog actually has value. So it will get 2 attack too, and there we see it. It's Force of Nature Roar. So if he plays it, he would not do 14 damage. He would do 16 damage together with a frog and with a minion on the board anyways. 22 on turn 9 at the moment.
He has a really nice hand. Freck, that is.
But eE.Eliah has a good answer. He just Azure Drakes into Lightning Bolt, so gets rid of the 4-4 instantly. Another Hex in his hand, so
That's
whatever is
important,
coming.
especially against Ragnaros.
But turn 9 is going to be... Well, if Ragnaros hits the face, it's just GG. When we have no taunt.
If not, it's gonna be hexed as well.
If not, it's going to get hexed, but then our 2 0-1s, and he wins with them.
Yeah.
So that's just super
Hits
valuable.
the face regardless. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that should be GG here for Freck. Those MIA players really don't want to lose. They're just clawing their way back every time.
Of course they don't want to lose.
Well, no one wants to lose. But he gets a Taunt Totem, so the Taunt Totem has a some value.
Not enough.
Not enough. I want to see the frog getting +2 attack, but it's sadly going to die. He could kill Ragnaros. He could hex him. Or kill him. If he plays Earthshock on the frog and then Lightning Bolt attack. But before he does that, he's going to hex. Regardless what he does, he will lose the game. And we will see an enraged frog. He kills one of those frogs, and Force of Nature Roar. This is so funny. So the frog can actually clear the taunt totem. Doesn't matter. The frog can clear the taunt totem, or his hero could have cleared.
I would let my hero clear it.
A second Savage Roar. That's quite a strong draw for him. With double Savage Roar, he can actually deal +8. He could have dealt a lot of damage, but he wins the game rather easy here
with the
in
frog.
the end.
Ka-chung, BM.
With the frog. So Freck is 1-1 versus eELiah here, and the next
For Warrior.
Warrior, I would go for a handlock.
Really?
Yeah.
Against the Shaman?
Well,
Even with Twilight Drakes against the Earthshocks?
That's correct, sir.
Why?
I just feel handlock is super strong. You get your big minions out.
I mean, you have nice totem clear. I don't know.
But you're not playing against a shaman, you're playing against a druid.
See? Didn't make sense at all what I said.
Yeah, didn't make sense at all, so I'm still surprised what you were talking about. Timo, don't be confused by those games. The one game is just starting, so we can show you Freck's hand from turn 5 on. Until then, we only have eELiah. And now we're back to talk that makes sense. So it's a handlock versus a druid, and then the handlock makes sense against the druid since you're having
way more sense.
You're having all those big minions. But Freck showed us he has a really strong druid. Nevertheless, eELiah can just silence his 4/5 and has already such a. Oh, he just forgot attacking. That shouldn't happen. You miss out important damage.
4 damage for free.
Yeah, that hurts. And with his swipe, oh, this is so annoying now. Well, it would have happened anyway, but still you missed out those 4 damage.
Pain.
That's absolute pain for eELiah here, but he gets his mountain giant he really needs or wants to have.
There we go.
There we go, and now we can show you the hand of Freck, and well, that's a nice hand. Ragnaros plus White Rose, and his hand is actually frozen. So we're going for the other view again, but you saw his hand. I need to talk with Freck about those recordings. And who was the other one? Buxna had some problems too. So 2 players I need to put in the dark alley again and talk with them about their recordings and
Send
why.
some people over.
Yeah, why that didn't work. Druid of the Claw here for Freck. That's a good thing.
Yeah, plays it as a taunt.
That works really well. And what does eELiah have to fight against it? Well, a giant, but a giant is not going to instantly kill it, and he's already down to 21, so 8 mana. There could be a Ragnaros incoming next turn.
There is a Ragnaros incoming.
And the big question is end turn now for... Well, in the face, brings him down to 9. There's going to be a Molten Giant. This is getting interesting.
Yeah,
Freck,
he has to Shadow Bolt Soulfire it away.
He definitely needs to kill it, or he's just dropping too low. But there's a Force of Nature and a Roar for Freck in his hand. So next turn...
Oh, you can't... Well, you can clear the board, but...
Well, he needs to taunt him up, but I would taunt him up with my Sun Fury Protector. Oh, he wants to Shadow Bolt... He needs to Shadow Bolt Sun Soulfire him away.
Yeah.
So he kills...
It's an obvious play.
Mm-hmm. Now it looks good for him with 8 HP, but as we said, there's Force of Nature and Roar just waiting to be played. If he really wants to go for it. Force of Nature, double Roar. But what does he want to... If he launches that move now, he could get 1 giant killed, and the other one would survive.
No, you shouldn't do it. You should go for... That's rough.
He can kill the left giant with Defender, with Keeper of the Grove, plus
he could...
Wrath.
Nah, I would go... Damn it, it's so hard.
Yeah, correct.
He could go for Wrath, 3 damage onto the 9/5 giant.
And then Savage Roar it away.
Then Savage Roar it away. And next turn,
We can also do it this turn. So if he Savage Roars Wraths, he kills the left one and he can silence the right one. So if he's not using his hero ability, he has enough mana to actually do it. The silence this turn, and next turn he has the 14 damage. So there's double Earthen Ring Farseer that brings him up to 15. That would bring him just slightly ahead of getting kill the range, if Elia kills the 2/4 minion here.
well, he's definitely gonna kill the 2/4. He's just gonna throw down everything and kill it.
Well, he can throw down his 2 Earthen Rings. The big question is he too draw greedy? Is he considering the force of nature and roar?
Yeah, he should be. Well, he could get baited into. He already used his draw, his raw.
And normally people don't run 2 roars. That's just crazy. Who the hell runs 2 roars? But he's on 15. But there's a big game hunter draw from Freck. That was quite perfect and brings him down to 14, just so close into killing range.
Damn.
If Freck survives 1 turn more, he's going to win that game here for MiA. This is so annoying.
That would be so painful.
But this is so annoying as a handlock. You just know he has that force of nature and roar. You can clear the board, but without any more taunters, you're just dead. He had such a nice draw with that Molten Giant, with a Mountain Giant, with the taunt ups. But he's just going to die now. So well played by Freck. Those team MiA players they really don't want to lose their game, and they really don't want to give eEriness any win. It's just getting melted here. So Elia loses here, Freck